Hello, everybody. It's me again. I didn't wear the same clothes 2 days in a row. I'm just doing more than one video at one time. I hope yesterday's video was productive for you, so we are going to try it again today. I'm going to put it on the math book again like I did yesterday. All right, today we are on page 233 and 234. Writing decimals as fractions. Now remember, today, when we are working through our lesson, and when you're doing your lesson on your own, please don't be afraid to flip back to yesterday, because that's very, very helpful to be able to go back to the day before and use what you have already learned. Okay, let's read this together. Since decimals are another way to write fractions, decimals can be written as fractions. Okay, let's say that again. Since decimals are another way to write fractions, decimals can be written as fractions. Okay, yesterday we talked about when you have a 0.1, that is actually 1/10. Do you remember that from yesterday? And when you have 0.23, which has 2 decimal places to the right, it's 23/100. Do you remember that? And when you had 0.476, it was 476/1000. So you can write 476 over 1000. Okay, so I think it actually starts to make more sense today than what we had just as introduction yesterday. Number 2, to write a tenth as a fraction, place over a 10. So see, 0.3, you just put 3 over a 10. To write a hundredth as a fraction, place over 100. So it's 0.31 is 31 over 100. To write a thousandth as a fraction, place over 1,000. So you would 0.37, you just put 317 over 1,000. Now listen to this rule. It's very, very helpful. Number 5, a good rule to remember when writing decimals as fractions is to write as many zeros in the denominator as decimal places in the decimal. Okay, let's show you what I mean. Okay, 0.41 is equal to 41 over 100. Okay, write 2 zeros in the denominator since there are 2 decimal places in 0.41. Make sense? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, 0.003 is actually 3/1000. So you write 3 zeros in the denominator since there are 3 decimal places in 0.003. Does that make sense? Kind of in my mind, how I think about it is like this. Okay, if you have tenths, I've got 1 0. Hundredths, 2 zeros. Thousand, 3 zeros. And you know that a 10 has 1 0. Do you know what I'm saying? 100 has 2 zeros, and 1,000 has 3 zeros. So you can kind of think about it either way you want. Okay, let's go on down and take a look at our class practice. Write equal in the blank if the fraction and decimal are equal. Write not equal. Do you see how you do that? An equal sign with a line through it if they are not equal. All right, this is pretty simple. Okay, 0.4 is 4/10. 0.1 is 1/10. 0.71 is not equal to 71 over 10. What would that be, guys? It would actually be 71 over 100. Do you see that example? 0.41 is 41 over 100. 0.71 is 71 over 100. Remember, your rule, a good rule to remember when writing decimals as fractions, is to write as many zeros in the denominator as decimal places in the decimal. So here you have 2 decimal places, but you only have 1 0. So that's why you know that's incorrect. That should be 71 over 100. Okay, 0.68 is equal to 68 over 100. Yes. 0.581 is equal to 581 over 1,000, or 581 thousandths. Yes. Okay, 0.6 is not equal to 6 over 100. Why? Because the number of, what was that? Go back and read your good rule. A good rule to remember when writing decimals as fractions is to write as many zeros in the denominator as decimal places in the decimal. So when you have 0.6 is not equal to 6 over 100, that should be 6 over 10. Okay? That goes back to looking like that one. See that 0.4, 4 over 10? It should be 6 over 10. Okay, G. 0.93 is equal to 93 over 100, and 0.141 is equal to 141 over 1,000. That is read 141 thousandths, right, with the TH at the end. Okay, write each decimal as a fraction. Okay, so 0.7 is 7 over 10. Remember, you have as many zeros as you do in your decimal. Okay, 0.51 is 51 over 100. 0.51 are two numbers, and you have two zeros in your denominator. Okay, 0.323 is 323 over 1,000. 0.9 is 9 over 10. Okay, now 0.49, there's two places in the decimal. So you're going to put 49 over 100 because you need the two zeros in your denominator. 0.157 is 157 over 1,000 because there's 3. 0.3 is equal to 3/10, and 0.21 is equal to 21 100ths. Okay? Now, let's jump on over to the other side. And I am probably not going to help you do all of this, even though there's not really a review section today. But I'm going to encourage you, number 3, okay? Let me see. I think that you should be able to fill that in basically by referring back to this and what you already know. Let's give that a try, okay? And then write the number figures for these words, okay? And then you're going back to a graph, and you learned some of these last week. And then solve your story problems if you want to highlight in all. And then go ahead and do the homework. That's just following the signs today, since you don't have many other problems to really do. The only thing I would like for you to highlight number 4, just in general. That will be on test 13. And then I would like for you to highlight, basically the ones that I'm having you highlight are the same ones that we highlighted yesterday. And then I would like for you to just highlight in number 6B in all. Now, as I'm teaching, I'm kind of noticing that I have given you guys, you can see the answers, I realize that. But I also realize in class, a lot of times we are talking about, a lot of the answers and stuff. So I'm not quite sure, like I said, the best way to teach, but I'm hoping that some of this is going to be helpful and that you're able to really get this by the end of the year. I thought I would just video a little bit in my house because I didn't have anything else to video besides the answers, and I didn't want to give them all to you. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and remember to contact me if you need me, and I will be talking to you soon. There is not another tomorrow. You will actually, let's see, there will not be a lesson tomorrow, and then you will have a break Thursday and Friday. Happy Easter. And then on Monday, we will introduce something new. So I will plan to see you on Monday the 13th. Happy Easter! Let me go in here and show you something Easter looking since it's Easter. Hello, Anderson. Happy Easter!